updates.
Ni Uganda President Kaguta Museveni ne bakizanya okuba nti nno UPDF egenda kubanga yingire Congo ebirenge fefeta abampembe ba ADF.
This is not the first time.
Naye tutobakonga era UPDF egenda mu Congo.
Yes.
Yabayo tebyali birungi.
And this is not the first time to go to Congo.
Yes.
And the Congo is a caste country. Congo is a caste country. When you read our history,
how is it caste?
We have never benefited from Congo. The 1966 crisis that resulted into the abolition of kingdoms had a connection with the Congo. Amasanga negolodi we Congo. Obote was ajowe tiyali akolagana ne ba independent leaders okubatondera golodi bo bafudemu sente bagule arms. Yes. When Mutesa was freeing, he went through Congo and was captured by the same rebels. He was fighting not to get him money. I don't know how he escaped. So Congo, we went back to Congo. Even many soldiers went to Congo when Mobutu was attacked, but was saved by Moroccan troops, troopers. So Congo is a caste country. Why? Once you see a Chifurukwan in the village, you move very cautiously. Why? Thieves are there, snakes are there. So when you are moving into a Chifurukwa, you must first analyze.
Congo Chifurukwa.
Area Congo sinene nyo.
Chitufu.
Tibainayo control.
Tesoka kuba Chifurukwa.
And Kugambye tibainayo control.
Okay.
Chifurukwa is somebody, is a house that is not attended to. Otherwise we wouldn't be going there regularly. Because we have 4 terms.
Yep. 1,
attack. That a group has attacked you. Normally an attack goes with a capture of a territory. We have hot pursuit. That when they come to Congo, we follow them. That is hot pursuit.
Okay.
We have an incursion, like attack it does. It always carries out incursions into Iraq to fight the Kurds.
Okay.
Kakati, you know, Kitegera. Aba Israeli, ngabacha ina amani. Bali baina 80 square miles from inside Lebanon. Tobatuka ko
8 square miles. Okay.
Ngabada baje extend nzi.
Nga baje basembereze
buffer zone yabwe.
Okay.
What about Putin? Putin yarumba gondi eno. Ukule ino. Najija ko. Najija kai chitu.
Yes, buchiri.
Temunumbira ku nsalo yange. Kakati Uganda, if it has the capacity, it can do this. But given the political situation in Congo, because when you look at politically, who has the powers in Congo?
The ruling government, the
ruling, not the Belgians.
Hey.
Why was this Italian ambassador killed in those areas? NATO wanted to establish a base there.
Okay.
They are quoting the Kenyans to be deployed there. So there are a lot of interest
in Congo.
But for me, I trust the president. And you must understand the attitude of Congolese toward us.
Nimuze Tamale.
We destroyed Kisanga.
Bwebanga.
And we have a big date.
Bwebanga gundi za feza soko kubantu wagende Congo. Zavamwe bizibu bingi. Ugame yasoka 66 yava kubantu ne wano baka baka abolished. Twaze waneno, twala bako wane bituze wano jojuzi.
Muri mwama wanga.
Wali wenterezalo bakati wa Uganda ne Rwanda.
Muri mwama wanga.
Muze Tamale tuna no musango twawabirwa. Ngegwanga Uganda.
Tugenda kuliwa.
Ogokwe kali tebidde mwera.
Muri mwama wanga gotunulira. Olaba Afghanistan tewangu rwangako. Yakuba abangereza nekuba amajega Soviet Union emitwalo 15 n'Amerika bajiddusemu. Afghanistan tewangulwangako.
Yalema.
They allow you to be sacked then they deal with you.
Mpola. Ngoni no chiddukamu.
The Americans have stayed there for 20 years. I don't know how many the Russians stayed there, and it's one of the causes of the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Okay.
Kakati, me, I don't doubt the president's skills and capacity. But let us learn from our past mistakes.
Our past mistakes, yes. The
last time we brought Congolese women, where the Congolese men happen.
Papa Nembaoza. God in our value.
Yes.
tugenda kubiddamu.
And we must learn from mistakes because what solution do we have? The solution is to occupy those areas. For how long? But occupation has been preceded by trying to develop that area.
Mzee Tamale wadogamba nti wesika president kituufu na president mwesiga kuba yatukulembera ifonte novuna naye waliwo enso enatu emuzo gugujizwawo nga ejjera ffe tuligenda ebweru waalyo muba osikandi zijjira kutulaba kibadde Somalia
ne Saddaka yagendayo abasajja ne bagirema. Saddaka Tanzania yina balinayo abajasi 7 n'abaki ne babateeya baba ADF era gundi Magufuli tereri yawere empapula z'amawulire kulaganga mirambo gikomyewo. Because you see, as I said in Chifurukwa, you don't know forces.
And that's the Mabiga.
Mulimu forces.
One of the Cambus that who is in control.
Who is in control?
So get where was that?
Manga gonaka bera never strategist. Uyinza kusanganga neko sairo neighbor. Ne
yayo
emissaries. Ne wabera wakatirawo. Tano mugenda mukubaganira olutala bukafungula ate.
Tudebe gano mukama neighbor ya twatuzinga ati tuyina bitendeka bantara hamwe. Baliye yate fitu bakola ki.
So
ebintu ebiki binabena.
Ani kubodi anti countries have interest to pursue beyond their borders.
Yeah.
But now the Congolese have accepted we cannot control that area. And they have given you, like the Sudanese gave you, access into Sudan, and Kony is no more. Did the Mohoses soldiers still in Garamba? Did they come with wide meat? So it depends on the commander.
What I'm going to get them Mzee Tamale. Konge gamati ya uni nsoga mu parliament, senate yawe, then high command yama je basoma ina so akukiriza. Bide tekena genda bugenzi. Kubanti yingira wo bayina so akukiriza.
Anti nkubulide nti a democratic country is not easy to deal with.
Congo is democratic.
Because the structures, yes, balonda, bakola ki, waliwo senate ya Kabila.
Talking about democracy, America bagamba tuna democracy. Wana Uganda.
No kyekubulira.
N'emissions abizimba abantu bazitugobamu.
Ekyalo kyambadde nkyerabidde. Ti media yammwe emanyi ebintu bifo. Because you have opposition leaders who don't like this country, who believe in foreigners.
Nida mwaro Mzee Tamale kubandi yagala kola mbere gwa katali yagala. Umbera kunula mpuanga katali yagala.
When Bobby Wine heard, because they get information, prior information. But when we are together, the Secretary of State wa America, Blinken, agenda Kenya, yatandika oganti ngenda kulambula. Aliye Kenya ategere violations eziriwana. Kakati kyembuuza mwete mutegeerangako nga naffe Abaganda tulina omwana ow'ekikubuuko. Omwana w'ekikubuuko omumanyi abeera n'akabengo oba ekikubuuko. W'otegeera nti enkuba ejja kutonnya oba kiddedde akabuto kazimba. Is a weather forecast. Mu intelligence yammwe ebeera ludda wa. Abasajja bano bamaze okutegeera nti whenever they hear that Uganda is hosting a conference, Besigye yawakanya ne Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Besigye n'alumba ne interparliamentary group ababaka 10,000 Kadaga be yaleeta wano. Besigye n'amobilizing abantu yali Kenya. President Nagan no cannot allow a Ugandan to stay outside because there is a function here.
Yes.
Besigye bamukiriza je yalemera kubayita ababiri. Abasajja ba Besigye bakuba abagenyi ba president nga Museveni alayira. N'omusajja nabaga nti ayosamondi to Nigerian court nga babuuza lwaki gundi gudu akabamukubira wano. Why didn't they also inform them n'atajja? Yes.
Okay.
Kakati gundi president bali bamuyise agenda addressing executive ze Nairobi. Besigye yagamba nti mulwadde w'amaaso. Has he ever gone back for medical check-up? Yali agala kutta mukolo guli. Bumba mbategedde nga bwe batyo bwe bakola. Nti kakati monitor bwe yategeera summit y'Abamerika abo nga bagenda kuyita yatandika okuserializinga ebya November riots abaafa. Mwe abatasoma monitor ono kumutegeera nti these people, when you see a series of stories in monitor, something is happening. Yes, intelligence, you must understand. Omulimu gwa president Obote gwe yali amuwadde mu 70s yasomanga mawulire nakola analysis. That was part of his work. Okuli robot analysis. I don't know why abamawulire bamulemye. Nti political lenses ne intelligence ranges ne knowledge y'abamawulire nti kakati nga gundi oliemu era bano yafananga Katumba Wamala nti yalige nti we are investigating it owamawulire okukubira essimu tolowooza nti anoonya facts no nakulaga katuni wano nga bakubye ono minister of information nga ne president naye nga Uganda gyayogerako eri mu bandages. So when you say a newspaper ringing a minister, ringing, let me teach you today. Previously, etteeka lya defamation libadde likugamba tebasobola kuvunaana na publishing lies if you made any effort to verify the story.
Yeah.
So in order for journalists to protect themselves, they would ring you.
True.
That if era bakwatako baga Kabira pays Uganda in gold ni baba yola they said enemies are today's friends adefa baba kulenda batukanyuka by the same people kubanga a system bwojite uyigitegera n'ujibala nti omwami wawe nutakolerwa kino bo mukyala wawe nutakolerwa kino okola kino ate you must understand the consequences kati fe tubibala gold monitor nti paid in gold aba monitor bakubanga Museveni bonna baba wimirimu bonna waliwo bajjayo mukolero gwa presidential campaign which is now nipped in the bud teyina gyeraga kakati nkugamba nti abamawulire abo gwe okukubikubira story they don't read to you the whole story bakubuuza bubuuza we have received the reports that somebody was found in a Uganda Airlines plane vending grasshoppers. What's your take on this? Kakati Katumba Wamala, umala kubuuza bali. I have not heard about this information. It does not mean that every time you are asking to answer.
You know answers.
No.
Okay.
You don't need to answer. Let me check. Let me find out. But give me. Why don't you ring the public relations officer? But ministers fight over Kazindalo. They want to be every day. I used to see ministers staging themselves to grab a microphone to introduce a press conference, which is the role of a press secretary. Natikona obusuuti bwe niriko n'obusuuti bwe nirigamba n'obusuuti bwe kakati mukagundi mukatenti ka president mutera mutuka mba secretary zibe osanga omuntu natuka emisinde natekawo ensawo ye oluyimba lw'eggwanga lugenda okukubibwa ng'akatuddemu why nti oyo atudde mu katabo omu oyo kakati Museveni bakolagana bumpi
nze Tamale ng'ogamba ti nno abantu bano badde batirimbula abantu badde batirimbula bana Uganda bombs ezibadde ziriwo babeera hired ba machinery kuchimandi babali hired ogende Congo China something kutemwadde muri mu Uganda
as military strategies it does not mean that there are no rebels in Congo. I'm not doubting their base is in Congo. That one I know. Two, you can learn that karatula baba Israeli na Syria oloza ba Israeli bayinza kuza yogola ne Haiti. The military is strategic. What if you don't move into Congo, which you have found out that is a Chifurukwa, another, if your enemy occupies it before you do it. So militarily, occupying that area is okay.
Is okay.
I'm not against it. But I'm also looking at the impact of ADF in our domestic issues. That's where Israel is exaggerated. ADF is under, not ADF only. Rebels, bad people, thrive in a situation where the corruption, bad as I've said, nti nebonobo yagala otya omusajja twebuuza nti ku CPS kwaliko abasirikale kuba be bakwata bano yekita tebamukwata bamutwala mu kooti y'amagye naye ate bano abatezi ba bbomu bali ku poliisi kakati kye tubuuza mwali naabe mutereseewo ku poliisi ku CPS bubabanga beebo nga ono yategula bbomu yali tagimanyi bamutega ntege ku remote abasibe basigalamu mu confusion eyo mulokole ekyow'amaanyi ennyo eyajjukira nti bambi n'abasibe bayinza okufiiramu
n'abaggulira mzee Tamale amasuuti
ayagala
amasuuti ayagala obusajja obutemagana
famire akola kodro
mzee Tamale oba ayagala ngatenyirira okubira kasimu n'abanga
oba ayagala kunyiriza lususu mu Blendan
Bitewal
tuli basajja ba myaka nkaaga naye ssebo tulembetewo mwenzi nabagamba nti gwe omwavu omugagga bwabba essimu bakwataani we bagambira nze okujjako ng'enfugiddemu naye gwe agenda naye anyabye essimu ekintu kyekijibye
waliwo story gyenabadde ngoberera ekintu kino ekyokuba nti bakyogera ku barebo nga tugenda okubavaako waliwo enkola sekitegeereza okuba nti ekolamu n'abantu sekinnoomu oba ab'ebyokwenda sekinnoomu waliwo station namba gyesegenda kwogera gisegenda kwatukiriza era isi okuba ngeragira abaana abawala abasiraamu kuba ne bajjako veero zaabwe kuba bakebera nti nsonga za bomu mu Uganda waneeno naye ensonga eyo tekigenze personal kati.
No, it is done everywhere, even in advanced countries. The French did it, the others did it. These are the consequences, but you must get a testing machine.
Technology. It is Muslims.
Let me tell you, abasista ne bannanizi nabo bayinza obbafuuza. Kakati kankubuulire. Kardinali Wamala yali gundi. Ye yagiyita pen. It was a bomb of a different type.
Okay.
Kakati pen zonna baziwere. Naye omuganda ga nti kasobeza ng'omubbi w'omu nnyumba bakuleeta ebintu ebyo byonna n'amakooti bagafuuza ate mwana kakati kolowooza okyasobola okukwata ekisawe kino kibbaaga n'okiteeka ku mugongo gwo n'otambula mu kibuga.
Si kyangu
yena
ddala ng'ekirimu kwekiri
ebyo gundi byereeta nti ebungereza baggala tubes omuntu atagenda nga London tamanyi tubes ezo but they are blocked for some time.
Friday wedde zawera emyaka 5 ng'omusinga w'enzululu ali mu nkomyo. Myaka 5 gati wedde
ebyo byonna
akyali mu nkomyo
era monitor yebireeta
era monitor
kubulidde biriera mu monitor omusinga
akyali mu nkomyo kituufu gyali emyaka 5
andi nkubuulira tebalina bwakabaka bwabwe kati bengeri gye baali ate ono gundi muganda w'omusinga bamukozesa n'agwa n'adduka n'ekasese n'agenda yesimba ate bundi bujjo ne bamubattulirayo
naye n'agwirayo
why kubanga kakati bwe kye baakola ekibi nti oyo gundi tebaali mukkiriza ate kubeera minisita nga muganda we bamukutte to give a room for who negotiate kakati yayingira mu gavumenti naye abantu ne bamukyawa kakati ate muganda we n'atavaayo kyobala bwe kasese yaddukayo kati is a popa is casting them omuyinza mbamanya abo bagundi oyo gundi yani ono yali minisita n'adduka eno n'alaga eno strategic management. Strategic management you don't need okunteeka mu gavumenti no kakati oyo omusajja yali badde key player beeki bakola obubi te president bwabawa ssente bazirya tebamanyi investment naye kakati ng'oyo ye yali badde akuuma ne amobilizing abantu nalabako Queen Mara nga agenzeeyo. When you bring this one in prison you put his younger brother in the government, then who will talk to the others? You have blocked. Obogaddewo. Kakati ono yali sigadde nga ali mu private life. Ne bamuyitamu okuzzaawo embiri okumobilizinga abantu. He opted for government job because he was in the parliament. When should balagira come to parliament?
Nebo kibanga muzee Tamale, bukibanga government yenyini. Bukibanga government ya President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Yazzaawo obwakabaka. Iso yazizaawo. N'okubanga ye mwenyini era government mwiza muzee Tamale government yemu era yesonyiwa. To basula n'abangi basomye. Lwaki omusinga tasonyiwa?
And let me tell you, it depends. Go negotiating it. But the most important issue is that you are suffering like the Kurds, we have a problem. All of the kings of other nationalities, but in Uganda, nti abe Kenya morimori ali wano.
Morimori we Kenya.
Atwalayo eriyo Teso district. Bano abagundi abaluya bebagisu kabaka wabwe ali wano. Kakati abakonzo ndowooza bawera miliyoni 5 basatu abakumi. They are many, I don't know the statistics. Their king is here mu Uganda. Kakati did we understand this?
Gatugenda okulistowalinga kingdoms zino.
What about mumwatulya bwakabaka bwa Buganda? Mumwatulya nti bwe buli powerful. But Buganda does not extend to other countries.
No.
These ones abaluya abaluwo be bano be bamu Raila Odinga be bamawo group yemu.
Okay.
Did we consider this cross-border tribes to host their king? The omombere era yakulya bayaba.
Okay. Abuzibu buva.
He must look at the interests of two states. He can have even the appetite of creating his own state.
Era kiwanuzibwa ebimu ku ebyamulumbisa eragala kutula ku ggwanga ku state
tubakolera research tubabuulire nti political issues ezimu ze mulwana nazo you have not had time to explain. How can you control a leader nga kabaka ali wano naye ayina abagobereza million 5 bali across bali Congo nenga kabaka bwali wano two states. How does this relate to the two states?
So abena conflicting reality
majority elirudawo
eri
kati alina okulwanira abeeni n'abeenu. Is it possible? Kakati nkugamba ti situation nze mbagamba ti ey'obusika gye baleetedde ekizibu
era ne mu bino mweri obusika bwa president.
Yes.
Ate ejjiramu
anti nkubuuliza nze nawandika kana akatabo nti how casual politics ruins countries nakawandikadde
akazu politics. Sunday 5 March 2020.
Kakati akazu ensi bwetuuka ku kazu wabeerawo group eyagala okuvaamu omusika. Normally that group does it out of fear. It reaches a time when it cannot trust their ways with another group. Ata bwe muma temulidde bulungi ne bannammwe ne mubawa. It comes a time nemufuuka selfish ni wadi looking nga ayina okuuma obugagga bwammwe ayina kuva mu ki
ayina kuva mummwe
si mu tribe. Mu Uganda temuli mu tribalism. Mu Uganda temuli mu nepotism. Do you believe badokita abo abatyanga abantu mu malwaliro we are selective? Don't we have gundi fe batujira mu taxi bakubegutoda omusajja yali atusinza taxi nyingi bamuyitanga Mugisha nga ino mukodomi wakayihula ize bazirekamu
nazo bazikuba.
Yes, mu Uganda temuli mu tribalism tebakulimba. Anybody who uses tribalism, nepotism I can agree because of poison scare and your nature ya free. Abaana baffe tebalina mirimu.
Okay.
Nabbanja ajja nababe kakati ate bwe kinatuuka kuba president muwakana mukizimbye mwekka kubanga ekizira tekikolebwa. When we Kalamajongo go naked is not ekizira. No. If we are using our children, yes, don't say that it will stop somewhere. Tujja kitwala yonna. Yonna tujja kitwalayo.
Kizimbye kuva wansi.
Bw'akyoleza red paper yakuba story. Omwana wa Mirundi bamuwadde omulimu. It has a message. It has a message. This man should not make a noise even if he is a beneficiary. Did he consult him? Yes, he's a young man, he's an old man.
Yes,
the politics were mulimu, especially when a leader becomes old. You are lucky. President Achina Emiaka. It should be recalled that Jomo Kenyatta became Prime Minister of Kenya at an advanced age of 75. This means that he was an old man. Therefore, jostling for power on who would succeed him started immediately after independence in 1963. Furthermore, Kenyatta had to work with younger people who had attained education from abroad. What helped him was that he had also been educated in Europe and he had widely traveled. When he became senile, Parliament passed a law that criminalized any speculation about his age or life. It became treasonable to mention any of the above, Kenyatta's life and Kenyatta's age. Kenyatta also took every opportunity to defend his advanced age. For example, he used to tell those who were talking about his age to ask Mama Ngina whether he was weak. He also dismissed the common praise that expressed expresses support to him in more like Tuli Mabegawo, meaning that he was behind you, people are behind you. She asked him, what are you doing behind my back? Are you homosexuals? He used to ask. Kenya also suffered the Akazu violence, the way it happened in Rwanda and in Uganda. The Kikuyu Mafia who wanted to succeed Kenyatta fought to prominent people from other tribes. Katana Angala from Mombasa is one of a good example. More similar to what happened in Rwanda, the Kikuyu reached a stage when they fought themselves after eliminating all other potential rivals in the succession battle. The first vice president of Kenya was Ramogi Odinga, a fierce and vibrant politician and a ruler by ethnicity. At one time, the British wanted to make him president when Kenyatta was in detention. Kenyatta belonged to the Kikuyu, who waged a war against the British. This is because kakati okitegedde nti abakikuyu baatuuka ekiseera ne batya abaki nabo ne balwana bennyini olwokafuuse kazu. The battle is now between Kikuyus. The battle reached a time in Rwanda when the battle was between the Hutus, when the Tutsis took advantage. The Hutus from southern Rwanda, the Hutus from northern Rwanda.
Yeah.
A time comes. Kakati bakola batya mwajjamu omusajja nga bamuyita Mbuyi Koinange ng'alina okusikira Kenyatta at all costs. Natta banne. Yes, yali ku Kenyatta bw'ati nga yamubuzaabuza ate nga intelligence esobola kumwogera until he killed J.J. Kariuki. Nkugamba, since Kenyatta became prime minister at an advanced age of 75, one of those, Mboya, despite his humble education background, Mboya was a graduate of trade unions. He was used by the Luo to fight Jaramogi Odinga. However, when Odinga lost the vice presidency, Mboya was assassinated. Lolo ye yali eweddeko. Tumukunde yakuba kayibula naye bamuba.
Lolo ye neggwako.
Naye lolo ye yaggwako.
N'akomaawo.
Atta munne gwe batta. Akuba munne gwe bakuba. Akuba munne gwe bakuba. Babeerayo Mbuyi Koinange yeekwese.
Ali eri wansi totalabikako.
Ye Mbuyi Koinange aba yeekwese.
Totalabikako.
Mbabazi n'akuba banene naye ne bamubattula. Babukenya naye ne bamubattula. Wabeerayo Mbuyi Koinange yeekwese ababattula. Nti, however, when Odinga lost the vice president, Mboya was assassinated and nobody was arrested or charged with the murder. Mboya is credited with starting the Tom Mboya Foundation, which was allocated 300 slots to US annually. One of those who benefited from Tom Mboya Foundation is the father to former US President Barack Obama. Surprisingly, the foundation takes 300 Kenyans to US up to today. Others like Katana Angala, Gama Pinto, and J.J. Kariuki were killed. Apparently, a probe set up to investigate the murders pointed to Kenyatta's door. Unknown to Kenyatta, Kariuki had a wristwatch that had the capacity to record the sound. The recordings gave way to Kenyatta, exposed Kenyatta. Odinga was replaced by Mirundi, whose stint was short-lived, was succeeded by Moi, who later became president due to divisions within the Kikuyu family. However, after eliminating would-be Kenyatta's successors, the Kikuyu remained alone, more like the Hutu in Rwanda. The mafia gang split into groups. Those who hailed from Kiambu, the birthplace of Kenyatta, and those from Nyeri. The Kiambu group conducted themselves like the Hutus, who hailed from Habyarimana's home. It is these divisions that helped Moi to take power. A Kikuyu lobby group had lobbied to block Moi's presidency, but the constitutional amendment was also blocked by a powerful Attorney General who also happened to be a Kikuyu, Njonjo, and a Lufu gentleman needed no time. Moi was seen as a transitional president, and he thought it would be easy to grab power from him, who had no strong power base. The likes of Mwai Kibaki, who later became President Moi, kakati nkugamba nti omusajja gwe bayita Koinange ayinza okuba n'amufaanana wano yatta banne bonna n'abamalawo ng'atega bomu mu baasi n'atta abantu n'akola batya nga Kenyatta bamulimba nti bashifutazi era waliwo abayekalanga bano bagamba nti ba ADF bashifutazi baliwo nti abo bashifutazi abo bagala kwekutula ku Somalia abo you see also they are there but investigate them kali nkugamba Koinange yattabanne nenga Koinange telabika bino nabo kuba n'abamalawo naye omukaki yata